question is, can an alumiduty rust? Well, depends on how you are using the word rust. In the United States, people commonly say things, to use words that are colloquial terms, as they're called, and rust is talking about oxidation. Now, rust, its scientific description, is iron oxide. Obviously, you can't produce iron oxide with aluminum. However, you can produce aluminum oxide, and it is corrosion. And the average Joe in the United States would probably say it's rust. It is not the correct way to say it. However, the whole marketing thing about, oh, the Ford aluminum body can't rust. Well, no, it can't because it's aluminum. Of course it can't rust. Can it oxidize, which is the same thing as rust? Oxidation is oxidation, and I can assure you it can. How's that? I think there's a couple other spots on here, but I'm not going to dig around. It's a pretty ugly one. So, absolutely, it can rust, or it can corrode, oxidize. We got a little bit more snow. As you know, I live in the Rust Belt. Our roads are covered in salt all the time. My truck is usually covered in salt. It is what it is. So if you're buying a 17 to 19 Super Duty, they've been out a while, you might have some, I believe it's called alumina, is the rust equivalent for aluminum. Can they rust? No, because they're not iron oxide. Can they corrode? Yes, they are aluminum, and they can absolutely oxidize. Depends on paint prep, how the aluminum was prepped, and it's honestly no different than a steel body panel based on iron. Iron is the root form of steel. In this case, this is aluminum, and it's going to be an aluminum. Come on, brain. Alloy. Thank you, brain. It's going to be an aluminum alloy, of which I don't know what it is. Time will tell how the rockers do. We don't really know, but I can assure you, aluminum corrodes, aluminum oxidizes. I believe it's called alumina. And here you go. I'm not that worried about it, though. It's a work truck. It's been around. I don't have anything to protect my front of my truck. This truck was ceramic coated when I bought it. It's kind of like raised. Oops, sorry, that's my fingers. You can kind of see the paint coming up. And anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, so yeah. If you're looking for these, I believe 2015 is when the F-150s came out. It's basically the same body or similar body, different hood, different fenders, similar body. I'm sure it's the same alloy, probably the same prep. I'd be very concerned about 2020 through early 22 builds because of COVID-era trucks. Keep that in mind. Those might show some issues, just like your 07, 08 pickups during the economic situation that occurred back then. So keep that in the back of your head if you're shopping for one of these. I mean, I'm not going to get rid of this truck over a little spot of rust. I live in Michigan, and everything is rusty. It's kind of part of the show. It's part of the fun, too. So there you go.